Tonight, we bring you a deep dive into one of the most unsettling cults operating right here in the West. This cult is led by a man called Abdullah Hashem, who boldly claims to be the second Mahdi. He's a very convenient distraction. So the question is, why is he allowed to operate freely in the West? Tonight, we bring you a deep dive into one of the most unsettling cults operating right here in the West. This cult is led by a man called Abdullah Hashem, who boldly claims to be the savior prophesied in Islam to appear at the end of times, the Qa'im al-Muhammad, the second Mahdi, as Hashem calls it. But what lies behind this shocking claim? Manipulation, heresy, exploitation, and a carefully crafted web of deceit. Born to an Egyptian father and American mother, Abdullah Hashem's origins may sound very ordinary, but in 2015 he announced himself as the successor of Ahmad al-Hassan, a figure who declared himself the first Mahdi. Hashem then founded what he calls the Ahmadi religion of peace and light. And to understand the full danger, we must first know who Ahmad al-Hassan was. Ahmad al-Hassan was a civil engineer from Basra, Iraq, claiming to have met Imam Mahdi in 1999. He adopted the title Ahmad al-Hassan al-Yamani and started gathering followers before going into hiding in 2007. Hashem stepped into this similarly shadowy role, demanding absolute loyalty from his followers. And today, Hashem lives with over 200 followers in a former orphanage in Crewe, England, where they work for free, while Hashem enjoys a lavish lifestyle, driving fancy cars and wearing expensive jewelry. He urges them to support him with everything they have and abandon their lives of self-interest and even place the mission above their own families.
And so that's the type of people that we are looking for. We're looking for people that are willing to sell their homes and to come and be amongst the community and to follow me. We're looking for people that are not going to waver or want to leave once they've come.
His cult broadcasts its message across Africa, West Asia, and Europe. They run satellite TV stations, dozens of social media accounts in multiple languages, and a daily show called Rise Up, where followers share testimonies. But here's where it gets really troubling. There is literally no Islam in any of this. Women, for example, aren't required to wear head coverings. Daily and weekly prayers, they're optional. LGBTQ members are welcomed, and shockingly, the self-proclaimed Messiah claims that the Holy Kaaba, Islam's holiest site, isn't actually in Mecca, but hear this, in Petra, Jordan. Hashem openly attacks important Islamic scholars revered by millions of Muslims globally, calling them the worst creatures under the sky, and claims that most of Islam is false. He recently called for a joint Arab-Jewish effort to rebuild the temple in Jerusalem, demanding the removal of Palestinians from Gaza to create a new state ruled by a descendant of the Prophet Muhammad. In an audacious move, Hashem appealed directly to none other than Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu to free the Palestinians, but only if they accepted him as their negotiator. This is not leadership. It's dangerous opportunism. So the question is, why is he allowed to operate freely in the West, while genuine Palestinian solidarity activists and resistance leaders face increasing crackdowns and targeted assassinations? Because Hashem's cult simply just does not threaten Western powers or Zionist interests. He's a very convenient distraction, a tool that easily divides the Muslim Ummah and undermines true resistance. One of the world's top cult investigators, journalist B. Schofield, uncovered the shocking origins of Hashem and his partner McGowan. And so it goes like this. These two started as indie filmmakers obsessed with conspiracies, everything from Bigfoot to UFO cults. In 2005, Hashem even infiltrated the Rail cult in Las Vegas to make documentaries. Now, Rail filed a lawsuit against the two for racketeering, fraud, blackmail, and extortion. But by 2008, Hashem's work spiraled into conspiracy theories about the Illuminati and the New World Order. In 2011, he even claimed authorities began investigating him for his films, a turning point that pushed him deeper into extremist beliefs. In late 2008, Hashem moved to Egypt, joining Ahmad al-Hassan's followers. But in 2015, he broke away and formed his own splinter group, the Black Banners of the East. Now, these guys, they moved across Germany, running restaurants and bars, yes, where members worked long hours for little pay, while Hashem lived in luxury. In 2019, the cult relocated to Sweden, buying a farm and multiple homes to build their so-called divine just state. Now, locals reported drug use among members, DMT, hash, LSD, and police raided their compound multiple times. In 2022, they purchased the historic Webb House Orphanage in England for £2 million, a grand new headquarters for their global operations. Now, their 2023 financials revealed over £1.4 million in donations and assets worth more than £4 million. This is no small fringe group. Abdullah Hashem and McGowan have merged their filmmaking, conspiracy theories, and their extremist ideology into a global Islamic UFO doomsday cult, determined to take over the world. The cult's ex-members have revealed horrible testimonies of Hashem's manipulation of his followers. There's everything from sexual abuse to abortion to spying and forcing members to commit suicidal acts. But let's be clear, the true Mahdi is the one who will rise at the end of time to fill the earth with justice, fighting tyranny and injustice as promised by the Prophet Muhammad. He calls people to the true teachings of Islam, not to reject prayer or scholars, or to welcome hearsay. Today, real Palestinian solidarity campaigns and resistance movements face unprecedented repression. Yet this cult thrives unbothered. That tells us everything we need to know about who truly benefits. Anyone claiming to have seen the Mahdi before the final divine signs is a liar. The real Imam Mahdi's appearance will be unmistakable, a clear beacon of truth, justice, and divine guidance. His movement will be the ultimate battle between truth and falsehood, and anyone who wants to be his true follower must fight the front of falsehood now and pave the way for Imam Mahdi's ultimate victory.